Check it. Wow.
And we are live.
Another episode 161 of the A2 show. Yeah. With another from the UK, James Mylne.
Yeah,
Mylne. James Mylne.
It's written Mylne, yeah, because that's Scottish.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay. All right.
You don't sound Scottish at all.
All right. Yeah.
No. I was born in London, but my blood is still up in the Highlands.
All right. Not bad. My brother lives in Glasgow.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He studies there. He's in GU, but Glasgow.
Let's jump right into it, James.
Yeah, let's jump right into it.
Can you tell us a bit more about what you do? How you describe what you do?
I'm an artist, and funny enough, talking about Scotland just then. My great grandfather has the same name as mine, James Robert Mylne. He was an architect based in Edinburgh. He did a lot of architecture up there. Anyway, so yeah, there's a little bit of that in the family, but not for a while. And I'm an artist. I specialize in drawing, and my medium of choice is one of these.
The pen.
Oh wow!
I do photorealist drawings as a profession. I've been doing it professionally for about 10 years.
Yes. Oh wow, cool. And that shirt, you designed that, right?
Oh yeah, this is a
Bojo
new release. Yeah, this is Boris. I think it's quite appropriate for Halloween.
Yeah.
Right.
Bojo the clown. I love it.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
I should have done it with a red balloon to be like it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, that would have been that would have been cool. That would have been
I
cool.
didn't think of that until now.
Right.
Not bad.
Let's start with so you said your grandfather drew, and then
he was an architect.
Okay.
He was an architect.
Yeah,
I actually wanted to be an architect before I became an artist. I think I was brought up in a way that you're not really expected to go into the creative profession unless it's a bit more traditional, like an architect. You know, like that.
Okay.
So I was aiming for that, but it was a bit boring and monotonous. All the mechanical nature to it that I respect. But I think I'm more drawn to the, splashy stuff. Yeah.
I mean, it's great that you use a pen. I think most of the UK artists are the same. They're like very, very simple with their tools, and that's what I love about your art, because it looks like you guys use these crazy tools, but end of the day, it's literally just that pen, right? And it's just amazing to watch. So, let's pull up a bit of your stuff, and let's talk a little about your work. So here, oh wait, is this the right?
Oh yeah.
Amazing. All right, cool.
Okay. So
what attracts your eye?
Here. So let's talk about this one right here.
Yeah. Okay. So go on.
Talk to us a little bit about this.
It's Mick Jagger's ex-wife, right?
Yeah. So this came about when I was exclusively signed to a gallery in Fitzrovia, London, called Rook and Raven Gallery, and they were doing an exhibition for Bill Wyman, who's ex-Rolling Stones guitarist, I think, or bassist. And he was doing a photography exhibition of all his old photos that he'd done of the Rolling Stones in the old days that had never been seen before. And he gave me, because I was one of the artists at the gallery, a couple of photos to work from. And this is one he gave me of Jerry Hall. And so I did a drawing of it for the show, and it was exhibited alongside his original photo and my drawing that I'd never seen before, along with a lot of other artists' work and stuff. So it was a wicked exhibition, because it kind of combined rock and roll royalty with artists from early days artists.
Wow. And it's mostly what you do, like portraits of different people, from what I see. Is that?
Yeah, I think I'm much more drawn to faces. Yeah,
faces. I see. All right.
Yeah, I think it's just something. Technically they're the hardest thing to draw, because your brain is actually attuned, apparently, to notice any tiny minutiae of expression, and it's so easy to see any error in ratio and all the kind of features of the face.
Okay.
If you spend your life painting horses or flowers, you're never going to really get much trouble, because you can't really discern what is an accurate flower and non-accurate flower if you're attempting realism. But if you're doing faces, you've got to be careful, because people are very good at noticing even the smallest little errors.
That's all right. That's wild. That's go make
so
that ex-wife.
Sorry, because I
Yeah.
really don't know what she looks
for
like,
it.
right?
Go
So
for it.
I
Go for
really
it.
want
Yeah.
to see how. So
Yeah.
this is what's her name? Is
Yeah.
she Jerry Hall?
Jerry Hall, yeah. I think she's still alive. Is she? No.
Yes.
Bless her, she's dead.
Oh,
Oh no, she is, yeah?
yeah,
Oh
she
no,
is.
no, yeah, no.
She's alive.
She's safe. Right?
Okay, good.
She's good. Right. Let's look for a good photo. Okay. We can use this as comparison because it's the same.
Oh yeah, that's quite similar.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
She's
you did an amazing job, dude. Like no joke.
thank you.
That's
Thank you.
like the whole chin. Like,
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah, and the hair, right?
And the hair, yeah, the way it like just go. Wow.
Yeah.
Ali, if you can
slows
leave it here,
down.
the one what I'm just thinking, I'm just trying to figure out how she's feeling. Like I see she's like smiling a little bit, but I really
She
can't
looks-
tell what's going on.
Yeah, she's got something going through her head. She looks a bit agitated that someone's even
Yeah,
looking
she
at her,
does.
right?
Yeah. I was literally just gonna say that. She looks like she's a bit irritated from something.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
forcing a smile just for the picture,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't
Which
know.
I like. It gives it a bit of a darker edge to it.
Yeah, especially because it's in black, white, and gray. Like
yeah.
it just it gives it a whole new perspective of things, and it's
See.
just really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay,
Perfect.
let's look at this.
Ali, I sent you. If you can like unshare and look, I sent you personal DM message
Oh.
of like different ones. Yeah.
Sure. Let me
can
try
find
and
those.
Yeah.
I see.
Let me do that.
So Boris Jonson, and then can you show us the Uma Thurman print you have?
Oh yeah, right. So I did a print of a drawing of Uma Thurman, and I've cut her out from the paper. So I've just cut her out from the print, and the idea is to paste it onto this background that I've drawn.
Okay.
And so it's combining a print onto an original.
Wow.
And it's just it's a good way of me
I see.
expanding variations and messing about with combinations of imagery and stuff.
So is that what you say like you do? So I see like you like take a lot of prints and capture like a lot of real people, but also mix it in with like your originals. Yeah. So how do you find like a print like Pulp Fiction has so many great frames of Uma Thurman doing so many cool things.
Yeah.
And you got
It's just that moment there
that moment
when she winks into the camera,
Yeah.
and it's so it's almost unnerving, but in a super cool way. That it's that moment where it's almost evil, but super cool that it's evil. So where is that line between being really dark and menacing and really alluring and kind of sexy? And there's that sort of borderline there that I'm quite interested in my artwork.
Yep.
Yeah.
Art
I mean,
in general,
it's,
in life.
it's great. Yeah, it's really great. Like, so here, this is exactly the same one I pulled up, but it's also the one Ali DM'd me because he wants to talk about. It's the Bojo and the clown face.
Bojo and the clown face.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, have you like heard anything like any backlash from making a cartoon of your the boss?
I know, right? I know. I was expecting a little bit because it really did get out and about. There was protests where people would put it on their signs for anti-Brexit stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that a few of his network would have at least shown him. But I think to be fair to him, I think he has got a bit of a good sense of humor. And also,
if you try to do this to like a Turkish like dictator or in the Middle East, they'll be like very offended by this.
Well, no, totally. I understand that. You know, and you've got to be sensitive to the culture you're in. You know, there are boundaries you've got to respect sometimes. But
you said that.
I understand.
I'm glad you said that because apparently not a lot of people in Europe actually think like that.
Yeah.
It's great that you do. So.
I know. Exactly.
Major respect to you.
Okay, thanks. Well, it's also in Thailand as well. If you you get your hand chopped off legally if you disrespect royalty, for instance, in an artwork or something. Apparently.
But you're an artist, so you're an artist. So when you're doing this, like what was the idea behind doing this? This was during Brexit, you said. So this was
a lead up to Brexit and lead up to the general election and lead up to an exhibition of mine that was quite a big move for me to have a big show in London. And the Joker film was about to come out, and I I was looking for ideas to do a series of artworks about politicians.
Yes.
And a mate of mine who I respect and we get along with, and I see him quite a lot, he helped me come up with this idea together. He was just like, what about Boris Johnson as a Joker? And it hit my head, and I saw a bus go past with the Joker advert on it, and I was like, that can work. That can work.
Yep.
And I was lucky to find that image of Boris there, because that's actually from Wikipedia Commons license. It's open license image, so I can't get sued for using the image.
Oh,
and also the image of Joker there. So I'm in the clear legally with the imagery. So,
you were like, I need to get this like clear.
Yeah, so I went for it, and my I had a PR person who was working for me on the exhibition. She just was like, this is gonna go somewhere. So she pushed it out to the newspapers, and it just went mad.
I mean, if you said people are putting on their protest stuff, then
yeah,
definitely did, right? So
yeah.
As an artist, did you ever face some kind of restrictions in doing your work where you had to work around like certain boundaries, or were you always, free to express however you like, whenever you like?
Well, I think I've been lucky up until now, to be honest. I don't always use license-free images. I have had an email from someone once. I won't actually mention it now, but it was a photographer who took a very famous photo of a famous person that I did a drawing of. And I got an email from the lawyer saying, well, you can imagine what they said. And actually,
take it down.
Yeah.
Something like that, But I noticed in the lawyer's email, he'd been an idiot, and he had included his history of contact with the artist he was representing, the photographer. And at the bottom of the email was the email address of the photographer. So I completely went over the lawyer's head and directly contacted the photographer and started a conversation. And actually, he didn't realize it was a drawing. He thought I'd actually like digitally reproduced somehow the photo. So when he like figured out that, oh, I see, sorry, it's a drawing, he was like, well, just don't sell lots of prints of it. That's fine, as long as you blah, blah, blah. So that was all right.
Isn't that like a compliment that you're like so good that it's like, it's so photorealistic?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it really is. But does it annoy you when people do that? Like they say it's hand drawn, but really it's done all on computer and.
Well, it has had one negative consequence in the real world, which was I was entering competition at the National Gallery here in London, and I entered a few framed drawings, and they weren't accepted. And when I came to pick them up from the guys helping, with helping like get everything out, one of them said to me, "By the way, mate, is that a drawing?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, well, the guys thought it was a photo and walked straight past it." So he realized it was drawing. I was like, "Oh my god! If they'd known it was drawing, it probably would have been accepted. They just thought it was another photo."
Oh, wow!
So it has happened, but in a way, I should do things that are a bit more exciting than just a reproduction of a photo that's done in pen. I should be looking to do something a bit more.
I mean, here's something a bit more from your work. This is a good one. Here, check this out. So, walk us through.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. This is beautiful art right there.
That's a lot of different stickers I collected over the years. I can see some there from artists I respect, and also some of my own stickers.
Yeah. Who can you shout out some of the artists you like?
Yeah, well, there's D-Face at the top. You can see the smiley dog face.
Oh yeah.
Wings. That's D-Face, and then the other dog next to it is Toasty, I think. Tokyo, which is the gallery that sold Banksy prints and stuff. I bought something from them. That girl with the gun is mine. On the right, actually, to that.
Wait, you drew her?
That one there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Well, yeah, that's a sticker for one of my drawings. There's a whole bunch of crap there as well. Yeah.
I mean, it's really like visually pleasing.
That's the side of my fridge.
That's literally like the side of your fridge. Like it's not bad. It's really not bad. So, so sticker art. Sticker art is like it's been here for a while, but like,
It's funny you mention that. I've been getting loads of stickers.
Are you doing anything for sticker? Okay, I guess you are.
No, they're like personal stuff. Like I'm just messing about with the combinations. Yeah, so I quite enjoy that. Yeah.
Oh, like it's really cool. But you don't do graffiti, do you? Like,
well, I did it once or twice, and I was really bad at it. And I did end up in court actually after being caught 3 times.
Oh wow!
You did it twice, but got caught 3 times.
All right, yeah. It's my 3rd strike. I went to court, and luckily, well, actually, that's true. So the first time I got caught doing a big piece on hoarding, like around the building site. Well, I thought, they're going to throw away that board anyway. Anyway, so they caught me doing it halfway through, and then I went to police station. They give you a little, slap on the wrist, take your details, give you a caution, let you go. And so I went back and I finished it, which is a bit silly because they obviously knew where I live and got me again. And then the 3rd time was completely innocent, which was the most annoying thing about it. Some guy like done some hand style stuff on like a garage door down by my mum's garden shed or something. And I really hated it. So I went down one night with a white spray can. I sprayed over it. It was a white door, right? So I literally just erasing it. And of course the pigs picked me up immediately. I was like, "It's that white spray can, you can't do it." So I went to court for that.
And they let you go? How'd you explain it to the judge? I really want to hear this. Like,
it's a great one, right? Because it's so what have you got as evidence? Guys, I've got a spray can. What color is it? It's white. What color was the door that I was spraying over? White. So what damage can I do? So they let me go on lack of evidence.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, lack of evidence. You erase the evidence.
Like literally, like why? It's a white door, and like you're using white spray.
Yeah,
but it's
like anyway,
graffiti.
Yeah, so I don't
know. Like now that you're doing other forms of art, like if graffiti were like more legal, would you do it more, or do you?
No, I wouldn't, because graffiti needs to be outside, and I'm a very much indoor person. I don't like the cold. And actually, I'm better with a pen, to be honest. I think it's very messy spray can art. It really is. And it's really expensive. One spray can is like £6, which is what, $10 probably in London. So you go through 100 of those a month if you're a graffiti artist.
It's like 3 kg.
This is 50p, and it lasts me 3 months.
That's crazy. Speaking of crazy, what was one of your?
That is true. That is pretty fun.
Arts that you've done, and like this is really cool. So walk us through the good, the bad, and Clint Eastwood.
Well, that was actually a commission.
Wow.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, that was commission. An art dealer I used to work with.
You got commissioned to do it?
Yeah, not by anyone in the film scene. It was just one of the contacts of my art dealer I was working with at the time. And one of the conditions of the commission was I'd have to create a video out of it. For some reason, I think the guy who commissioned it, he wanted to have a video showing how it was made. So I used it as a kind of a tutorial video for other artists. That's got quite a few views, I think, now on YouTube. But anyway, it was quite a difficult one. Yeah, I've got quite a few videos on YouTube, but no one ever watches them normally. Yeah.
Here's a question.
That's fine.
What like, okay, so you're using one pen, right? Like it's the only thing you use while doing all these drawings.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I do use, go on.
One pen, like I'm trying to think, how do you like make these difference in like shade? Like here it's dark, but here it's light. And like, what is it that you do?
It's not that hard, let me see if I can show you. It's just a matter of pressure, of how much pressure you apply onto the paper. So, this is actually quite a nice piece of paper, I shouldn't waste it. But anyway, think about it. Can you see this? Can you see that?
Yeah. Sure. That's like very dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so now I can just go lighter by putting less pressure in.
Oh, literally, so it's just like a pencil.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
But just a bit more time taken.
Not bad at all.
Thanks.
So it's literally like you're dealing with a pen as though it's a pencil, and it's giving you a result that's completely different to a pencil.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just
like a regular pen, like a regular pen.
Yeah, it's the best one. I haven't found a better brand than that usual Bic brand. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it's good. It's the best one.
So here's what I really want to know: is there ever a time where you've struggled with a piece of art, like personally, like you were just like you couldn't complete it, or you just couldn't like do it for some reason? So there was.
Yeah. Not as much these days, but when I was starting out, I found it very frustrating because if you're not careful, the ink will just suddenly come out at the end of ballpoint, and you can't really predict it, and it really is a pain in the ass when that happens because you can't erase it. You can't erase it. No, you can't get Tipex because that will just make it worse. Anything you do actually will make it worse. Generally, all you can do is raise the darkness of the area around that little ink bit. But when it happens in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you're like 100 hours in, I remember throwing my pen across the room a few times. Yeah.
I mean, haven't you thought of using other pens then? Like if that happens, don't you think?
Yeah, but I just can't get as much detail with other pens than this one, and that's what really I like.
Because with the ball pen, it's all to do with the pressure. Other pens, they disperse the same amount of ink, I believe, like regardless of the pressure. So that makes a lot of sense. What's your favorite art piece that you've done?
Well, it's probably going to be a new one, which is I think probably the Nirvana one I've done on Kurt Cobain.
Nice.
I don't know if I can get out the print. I'm about to send out loads of prints of it. This is a medium-sized print. So the reason I like this one is it's got a religious element to it that that's quite difficult to get involved in an artwork without it being weird. So around his head there's some Buddhas and Buddha's hatfas. So obviously Nirvana was the name Nirvana comes from a Buddhist word actually called Nibbana, which is about enlightenment. That's something that's always inspired me, and it was also just such a cool image of him looking like he's about to enter heaven, and actually it was actually from the last photo shoot of Kurt Cobain before he died.
It was his last photo shoot. I
think so, apparently, yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
How did he die again? I forgot.
He shot himself, I think, with a shotgun.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Like,
he was 27 years old. He was one of the 27 Club. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
No, there's like though that's an old club. The newest one is the 21 Club.
Oh god, who's in that one?
Triple X Tentacion.
Oh wow. Mac Miller? How old was that guy?
I think Mac Miller also died at 21.
I think he was a little older.
Miller.
Yeah.
Let me search.
Maybe.
But Juice WRLD was definitely
Juice WRLD. Oh wow.
Yeah. Really?
I see.
Mac Miller died September 27. How old was he? If he was born in 1992, he was definitely.
Oh god, don't ask me, man.
He was definitely. If I do the maths real quick here, let me do it real quick. I'm gonna use the calculator and everything just to make sure we're on the right. So, 2018 minus 192. 26. Roughly 25, 26. But there's a lot of like artists that die at 21 now, and it's pretty scary because I just turned 21, and it's just like I'm sort of an
You'll
artist.
be okay. Hang in there, man.
Sort of.
Since we're, you can make it through. Do you see it like in like other artists in the community? Like you have a very like positive, attitude towards it, but like are there? Because it's so hard, I can imagine like selling your own art. And like criticism and all the rejection.
Yeah, for sure. I've had it easy, man, for sure, compared to a lot of other artists. Definitely. I also haven't come from a poor family, so I've never really struggled. So I've never really felt that hunger Well, actually, I have recently, now that I'm married, I do.
Oh,
The hunger to get as much cash as you can get. But artists do get that, and also artists tend to be, and obviously all kinds of artists, right? Not just 2D visual artists. Very much sensitive mentally. So any kind of pain, a creative person will often amplify and put through their own weird filters that can make it a bit more difficult. So there's a lot more mental health issues with creative people than the normal population.
Wow.
Yeah, which makes them interesting, I guess, in a way, right? Which makes them have a bit more of a different view on life, and that's where their artistic comes from, their artistic perception and share.
I mean,
it's great, like just hearing you talk about these kind of stuff, because not a lot of artists like to discuss or go into details of what they're really going through. A lot of the times they're just very, like you don't find out until it's too late with a lot of them, right? So
yeah.
But my favorite,
it's not just
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's
not just the financial aspect of it. I mean, you said like the financial thing was set, but then maybe like the criticism of like people who don't want to buy it or look at it or share it, or like you think something is gonna be so good, but then it's not really performing that well.
Yeah,
there is a statement that says an artist's work doubles in value as soon as they die.
Yeah.
It's such a morbid thing to think about.
So morbid.
Yeah, I know, right?
And honestly, it's the truth. Like artist work doubles in price. So why is that? Why do you think it is?
I think it's there's two things. I think one thing is very kind of normal, is that supply and demand. When they're dead, they're not going to produce any more work, and so that means that their production has been capped. There's not going to be any more. But then the demand goes up as well, because the notoriety kicks in, and suddenly they're in the news and stuff, and then everyone wants to have one, and then suddenly, buzz.
It's weird. It's like, and the way they died makes it more expensive too. Have you heard that? Like if they just died a natural death, it's like, but it's like, oh my god, I have this artwork by an artist who like shot himself, or like he hung himself,
oh my god,
he died because he hated this. Like it gives their art a bit more story. But you know what I do love? I love it when they call me Big Papa. This is my favorite artwork that you've ever done.
Papa.
Put your hands in the air if you're a true player.
You're a true player.
So, yeah, nice one. This one, God, it took me so long. That's going to be one of the ones that I love the most as well, actually. Because the achievement I felt after finishing drawing that jumper was ridiculous.
Oh my god, yeah. Just think about like if they were wearing a normal shirt, that would have been like, okay, fine, but that is crazy.
Yeah. I spent 200 hours in the jumper art, I think.
Listen, you know what I like dislike about your artwork is the fact I have to constantly remind myself that this is all hand drawn. And it's just it's just like, oh wait, yeah, he hand drew this. Oh wow. Like, and it keeps happening with me.
And you hate it that it keeps
because it's like I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I'm like, no, that's not pretty cool. That's amazing. It's hand drawn.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, that is good. That is good. And it's good that you keep reminding yourself. But but it's go on.
I want to get like, I don't want to just think of like, oh yeah, that's decent, because it's not. If this was like snap printed, I'd say okay, it's decent. But this is hand drawn. How long did it take you to make that?
Well, there's a video where I document the creation of that quite well, and I think it was about 300 hours. Yeah.
Oh wow.
300 hours.
It's on YouTube.
So yeah, 280, 300. Yeah.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I spent a lot of time doing the video for that one. I actually got a Master of Arts degree in digital art, so I actually enjoy doing a lot of digital stuff as well. And in fact, the background on that Biggie you showed me actually was a digital background. Actually, the original was on a grey background. But what I did was I cut out the image of the drawing and pasted it on that background you showed me. So actually, if you go a bit further back in my Instagram feed, you'll see the how the original was being drawn onto paper.
Let me try and find it real quick.
Yeah.
How far is it? Like, is it?
Not far.
Here, let me share screen so that you can help me look for it. So is it this?
There you go. Yeah. So that's drawing it. Yeah. So you can see there the background is actually spray paint, gray and pink.
You ever thought about doing time lapse of your art?
Yeah. Well, I have, but it's so annoying because it takes 3 months having to have a setup that, like a rig that you every time you sit down, you kind of reinitiate the mechanisms. It's such a pain in the ass having to do that 5 times a day, every day for 3 months. It just gets in the way of doing the artwork. So I just document it every, photo a day or a video every week or something.
Oh, wow. Okay, fair. Yeah. But I was thinking, like, if you ever have, like,
I have done some.
Like, if you're ever going to binge draw, like,
I have done some. Yeah, I've done one of, I don't know. Am I allowed to share my screen?
Here, yeah, let me give you that. Here, yeah. Now you should be able to.
Okay, cool. One sec. There was one actually that I've done from beginning to end as a documentation. It was drawing. Actually, it's appropriate for today because it was from the Addams family.
Oh, cool.
What's her name?
Addams family.
Whoops, sorry, I got the wrong
Wendy?
one up. Can you hear that? Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Remember Wednesday?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is, and it's on a Chanel bag. Have you seen those drawings I've done on bags?
I've seen a lot of your Chanel work, but not the bag one. No, I never got the chance to see it.
Oh, okay.
Like,
you know what?
Your Uma Thurman Chanel ones, those are really cool with the cigarette light. And I think is that Uma Thurman? I think it's Uma.
Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay, I'm gonna try.
I don't think that's Uma Thurman.
No, that's not. But she looks a lot like Uma Thurman.
It's probably like Audrey Hepburn or someone else.
Wait, which one? I can't see what you're looking at.
Here, I'll show you. Like this one, she looks a lot like Uma Thurman.
Yeah,
that is Uma Thurman. That is Uma Thurman.
Dude,
that is Uma
that's
Thurman.
from.
That's true. That's true. That is.
Yeah.
But like, I love these. These are really cool. So
thanks. Yeah, they're quite different.
Yeah. Did Chanel never hit you up, did they, and told you like, wow?
No, they didn't. But funny enough, at that time when I started doing those bags, there was an agency in Tokyo that was working for Cartier. The watches brand Cartier, and Cartier Japan were basically using this agency to reach out to me to see if I would be interested in doing a really detailed drawing of one of their watches.
Okay.
And we were in discussions about doing that, and they were offering so much money. And then suddenly it just went dark, and there was no more communication between me and Cartier. And it was the same time that I started publishing these drawings of my Chanel stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I've got a feeling that could have put them off a bit. And I can understand that. Because what I'm doing is I'm kind of like undermining the brands, and I'm having a little pop at the luxury stuff,
Yes.
So, yeah.
Listen, honestly, this makes the bag looks just so much better. Like imagine if they contact you and they're like, yo, can you do a drawing for us on a bag, something similar to this? That would be amazing, dude. Like
that'd be pretty cool.
But if you think about it, they wouldn't ever do that, not with that kind of image, right? Smoking.
The smoking, because you can't put smoking
and
on.
Bringing up ideas of drugs and stuff from films.
True.
That's the thing, because that's what I'm doing on their bags. I'm doing slightly darker
guns. You can't put guns on a Prada bag.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that in an advertising campaign for Prada. No.
I honestly want to make this my new PC background.
Go for it.
I really do. Like it's really cool. But yeah, like these kind of bags that you make. So where do you get the bags? Do you like ask people to give you it, or do you have to like buy something just to get the bag?
Oh god, that would cost me a lot of money. No, eBay. You can get empty Prada bags on eBay for like £10.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. That's great.
Yeah.
So if I
you can do this. So when you do this, do you do it on like the first try? You get it like.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't practice like beforehand, think of how you want to do it? Or...
Well, I have a system where I make sure that, obviously the pencil, I get the lines correct and like the positioning right and the size and everything.
Mm.
Yeah. But once I've kind of got all those outlines in place, I'm ready to go. Yeah.
This is really cool. Like looking at how you so the material of the bag, if you don't isn't it those kind of bags where if you wipe the pen ink, it can go?
Right, no, that's one of the plastic film bags. No, these polar bags are actually good paper.
Wow.
They're thick paper, but some bags do have that, and you can't use them. Yeah.
But it's hard. Is it you can't at all, or is it that you have to work like from one corner to the other constantly in case?
Right. So you don't touch it. Well, I do that anyway. I'll do that with all my drawings. I'll start in the top left and I'll work my way down to the bottom right so that I don't put much weight or friction onto the ink.
Fair.
Yeah.
So you're literally like a printer, but you're much more, it's much more detailed, much more, hand drawn.
Yeah.
Because you're just going like,
true.
Like
like a line by line by line. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The human printer. That should be.
So
your
for
nickname.
this one, you start with the gun. Is that how you start?
I think probably we started with that. Oh yeah, maybe. But I think because actually that wouldn't be so difficult. The eyes would be the most difficult bit, so I'd probably start with the eyes.
I see.
Yeah. So because if you're going to make a mistake, it'll be the most difficult part, and so often I'll do that first, so that if I have to restart, it wouldn't.
So you hid the eyes here, basically.
Yeah, I know. I knew I was going to hide the eyes. I know that's the funny thing, isn't it? But the eyes determine the face and like whatever, all that. But yes, I hid the eyes.
It's basically your reference on how to move like from the eye to the forehead to the nose.
Yeah. It's like a focal point.
Yeah. All right. Fair. That's pretty cool. So, but like as I said, my favorite one has to be the Big.
Yeah.
Biggie.
Nice one.
It's a good one.
Well, do you know that the one that you picked out where it's got the Pokemon on the shoulder?
Yeah.
Do you know the background? He's saying Duchamp. Do you know who that is? What that's about?
No, not to be honest, not exactly.
Okay. So it's a play on an artist who called Marcel Duchamp, and he was this artist. I think he's French. He created a urinal as art piece, right? Like a installation artwork. And he's kind of
the what?
A urinal. You know what you piss into. Yeah.
Oh, urinal. Oh, okay.
Urinal.
So in the background.
Well, they say in the UK? You say urinal?
I don't. Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I go to the UK a lot. I've never heard anyone say that. I think it's just an artistic way of saying it. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah. So Duchamp was.
Yeah. So he used the urinal as a art piece, and it was. I think in history it was the moment that art went weird. From paintings on walls to weird stuff. And I'm kind of taking the piss out of it there because he's saying,
taking the piss.
that chump, not Duchamp.
The chump.
It's a lot funny.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks.
That's pretty cool. And then the Pokemon, why is Pikachu on Biggie?
So Pikachu is saying he's the chump. You mean that chump, not Duchamp. But it could have been anyone, not Pokemon, I guess. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Could have been like Charmander or Bulbasaur. I don't know. The bunch.
Yeah.
So what's harder, drawing humans or drawing animals?
Oh, definitely humans. Definitely.
How come?
Because you can like notice like when something's off.
And actually on this cat, I made its eyes and head bigger than it was in real life to give it a bit more menacing.
Yeah.
You didn't notice, right? Yeah.
That's funny.
Like it just looks so much meaner than it should. Like
yeah, it looks like an alien, like a demon.
Dude, you know who this cat looks like?
Who?
Here, let me show you. Nope, there's another E. Jesus, come on.
Oh, cool. Yes,
it is true.
Which is from
it does.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
But like look at that. That's a cute.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like look at that and then look at that.
That's pretty spot on.
It's very spot on. Like it's uncanny. Like look, it's the same stare, the same everything.
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy. That's amazing. Like wow, I don't know how I came up with that. And then the scratches, obviously, like those are like very detailed. But why 3?
Yeah, I added 3. Oh, I don't know why. Although, you know, I was looking at some of your videos earlier. I noticed you did an interview with a ghost hunter.
Yeah.
And I'm really into that stuff. I watch a lot of ghost hunting stuff. And have you noticed, they always, whenever a ghost scratches a person, it's always 3.
Yeah, to imitate or mock the Holy Trinity. Yep.
That's it, yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's, yeah.
And as you can tell, I'm also a fellow ghost watcher.
Yeah, cool.
I love watching these kind of stuff. But
I know, right? It's madness.
Are you gonna make any ghost art, like ghost paranormal
for Halloween? Like
that's a great idea.
General, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, because you can get more like fantastical with it, and it's more like your interpretation.
Oh my God,
it's a good idea. I'm just pitching, brainstorming. But you can do a Frankenstein mashup of both of our faces. That would be amazing. Call it Ali.
That would be one messed up piece of artwork. Like really pushing the boundaries of art.
It's Halloween though. I mean, it's hard to get someone as pretty as him beyond someone as like gorgeous.
I'm not sure I'll be able to finish that. That would be disturbing, you know.
Just imagine, just like okay, you know, I take it back. Don't do it. No, I just pictured it, and it's like.
So so what is next for you, James? Like, what are you working on?
Right now, I'm working on the biggest drawing I've ever attempted.
Whoa!
I'll see if I can pick it up for you. It's massive. It's actually difficult to work.
You need to bring in like a crane to bring it in.
Yeah. Well, you have to be careful how you move the art.
Wait, it was there the whole time, like in front of you?
Yeah. It's kind of got protective.
I thought that was your table.
Yeah, that's me too. Oh wow!
I was gonna stand back.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Wow, unfinished art.
Yeah,
but who is that? Like,
can you not tell?
Nope.
It's a famous guy, but it's a very rare photo I'm working from. I actually bought the license for the image. Anyway, it's Steve McQueen.
Oh wow, that is so wild. I've
Okay.
never seen that. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Well, I think it's he's doing this thing right here.
Yeah, he's doing some of his eyes. Yeah, I guess it's a bit difficult to see. I'm now 260 hours in, and I've probably got another 100 and so hours to go.
Okay.
But that's another big artwork, and I think after that I'm gonna do another big artwork, and I'm gonna have a show possibly in Portugal next year around spring.
Oh, great!
Calm down a bit.
What is the show?
So it's this big gallery that I'd actually, to be honest, never heard of before, because Portugal, you know, you wouldn't think they'd have great galleries, but there's a part of Portugal on the coast called the Algarve that is known for lots of beach villas, and a lot of expat English people with money go out there and buy huge villas. And there's this old Portuguese gallery that looks like a museum, really beautiful. You can probably imagine it with the arches and stuff, the white, you know, villa.
I think I've heard of this. It's is that the one where it used to be an expensive restaurant and it just shut down? And
I'm not sure. It could be it. There have been other artists better than me that have shown there, so it's obviously got a bit of a reputation.
It's great. In Portugal, they because I have Portuguese friends and they told me about this. It's like a huge restaurant in the middle of like practically nowhere, and people stopped going there because A, it was too expensive, and B, it was just like a bit far from everyone. So it's been abandoned for years and years and years, and it's the one place graffiti artists are allowed to go and do what they gotta do, right?
Whatever they want.
That sounds great.
That's pretty cool.
And they just turned that place into a huge. Let me see if I can find it. Like that place was amazing. Here, let me find it.
Wasn't Dali from Portugal?
Spain, I think.
Spanish. I see.
I could be wrong.
Have you ever visited like his museums?
No. Although I was in Madrid, I saw the Picasso. I've been to the Picasso Museum. I'm not a big art aficionado, to be honest. Aficionado, what the word is.
Art what? Aficionado?
Aficionado, yeah. I'm not very good with English either.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I have been to Picasso Museum in Madrid. That was cool.
And you saw like are they like original Picasso art pieces?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's some Dali there as well. big place. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about doing big artworks, because this gallery in Portugal, they've got huge walls, and small drawings get lost on the walls there. So I've got to focus on scaling up the artwork to fill it up.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. So it's much more worth you to put like double the time to make like a bigger piece than like make a smaller piece with detail that no one will see.
Yeah, I think so. If you're gonna impress people in a gallery in a country you've never exhibited before, I think you've got to try and go big. And actually, the lockdowns and the whole COVID thing have been good in a way, because it's pushed me to just create more work. And there's been less exhibitions, so I've had more time to create more artwork. It must be the same with all the artists. I imagine when this is all over, there's going to be a million exhibitions and concerts and everything on the same day, because everyone's been saving up all their work and all their stuff. Are you guys still there?
Yeah, we're just very focused on. I think Haejl, like I'm very focused on like what you're saying, because what you're saying is like key information, very like good stuff. So here's okay. So how long do you generally like sit down on the table and work on an art per day? Let's say.
I can. I think at the moment I'm doing about 6 hours a day, but I don't know if you can hear this. Let's see if you can hear this. Oh, it's not happening. No, I can crack my wrists the whole time.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I've got like RSS. You get that, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, from writing notes and shit, yeah, sometimes. Right. But what I like. Okay, so what do you do? Like, what helps you pass the time? Like, is it just focus on your art, or do you listen to music?
Yeah. I listen to music. I listen to podcasts. I listen to audiobooks.
Listen to podcasts. A to the show while you're drawing.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I think I'm going to listen back to some of your stuff. I also noticed you had a UFO one. About,
we had a physicist talk about it. It was pretty cool.
That's so cool. I think I'm going to watch that one, because I'm into that stuff as well. That's cool. Yeah.
But I mean, I think. Oh, by the way, we've had time.
We're wrapping up on time here.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming, dude. This was really fun. Like guys.
That was awesome.
This is not bad.
Nice one, guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, before we let you go, is there anything you'd like to shout out or let the world know?
No, it was great to be with you guys, and maybe do a catch up after my show in Portugal.
Fair. We will definitely do that. Thank you for watching another episode.
Perfect.
If you enjoy it and you would
Thank you for watching another episode.
Please do
subscribe, please. Come on.
Like,
you haven't subscribed, please do. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, 75% of people who watch the show actually they don't subscribe, or they're not subscribed. So James, why don't you go ahead and let them know what happens if they don't subscribe?
It's Halloween, man. It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a dark surprise.
Not trick or treat. Yeah. Subscribe. How about that? Anyways.
All right. Nice one, guys.
Yeah. So this is generally how we sign out. It's a salute to cover the count. And peace. Good shit, man. That's.
I was in the astronaut program, which was moderated by Chris Hadfield. I don't know if you...
Of course I know who he is. He's the Canadian astronaut.
Yeah. He's one of the best, actually. He's one of the best. And he's a very tough, nice, educated, intelligent man. Like, I've had the privilege, really, to be in that program. And we were in the UAE for I think it was 4 weeks, and then we went to Russia for 3 or 4 weeks to Star City, and we had to go with these trainings, with these tests, with these challenges, all under the, Chris Hadfield was observing us, and we had so many challenges. One of them, for example,